So, kumusta na po yung economy ng city ngayon? Is it slowly recovering o flat pa rin?
Yeah, Madam, this is something that might strike you as surprising. Remember the second quarter, third quarter, the second quarter business permit and real property tax season
Yes.
was moved by the national government nung last summer. June na siya. We were very scared nobody will pay. But surprisingly, year on year, our numbers are still up. We are up by a couple of hundreds of million in our business permits, also for a real property tax. But admittedly, na-insulate ng bigger companies yung mga closure ng MSME. So it's a bit worrisome doon sa MSME. Pero the slack that the MSME closures left, the void, napasukan ng mga big corporations. Kasi marami kaming packaging companies also.
Yes.
And they were very, very busy during the ECQ.
Yes.
Like I said nga, name me a product, it's probably made in Valenzuela or packed here in Valenzuela.
True. Yes.
So basically, ma'am, we're worried about the MSMEs. That's why we're trying to work with the national government in finding them alternative working capital. But the big boys seem to be, kumbaga, they are affected, but they're slowly inching up to their original numbers. Or, as a matter of fact, they were insulated. Medyo matitibay itong big companies. So we're talking about corporations that do canning. And they weren't really shut down during the ECQ because essential business marami sa kanila. Now, for our MSMEs, what we've done, yes, there are provisions in Bayanihan too, but we started working with a lot of bigger financial institutions. Like, for instance, BDO has a new arm for microfinance, yung BDO Network Bank ata tawag nila. So they've been coming to the city, working with our MSMEs. We opened our books to them, of course, with the consent of our MSMEs, and they help do the risk assessment kung sino doon yung papasa sa kanila for fresh capital. Kasi our MSMEs are struggling for capital, and that's why we had to work with these establishments.
Mayor, can you share some insights from that? I mean, both on the micro level, both on the MSME level, but also on the macroeconomy level. Nabanggit niya, for example, packaging, the very vibrant. Can you get and can you share insights on what that means for the economy? What are the bright spots that you're seeing? What are some potential areas that even MSMEs, whether you're big or small, could be looking at?
Well, number one, for the bigger companies here, like I said, they're not parang they didn't really go in hibernate mode. We're talking about companies that are engaged in food packaging. Ang dami namin nun eh.
Yeah.
One of the core industries in Valenzuela is packaging kasi sa dami naming plastic factories here, di ba? Whether it's PET, PP, polypropylene, polyethylene, PET bottles, it's really made here. So, yung mga yan, we were a bit scared na pagdating nung tax season nung second quarter, walang magbabayad. But lo and behold, they were paying. Of course, they were grumbling in the sense na looking for discounts from the city, which we explained we cannot do because cash trap rin yung city. There's so many unprogrammed COVID expenses that we have to finance. Yes, we do get national subsidy, pero it's better na nakatayo kami sa sarili naming mga paa. And they understood. Now, for the MSMEs, what's funny recently I noticed, they've gone virtual. But you'll be surprised, everybody's selling online, whether through a Facebook account or setting up their own webpage. I'll give you a program that we are working on right now. I initially wanted to curate all of these online MSMEs kasi they've been from traditional, they found a new niche and a new space in the digital world, in the online world. So parang the COVID scenario just hastened the disruption. Parang maybe we were really going there already, pero napabilis lang because of COVID. Yung mga dating allergic to go online just decided to go online kasi that's the only way. They were forced to. And I'm talking about home entrepreneurs selling plants, selling household cleaning chemicals, and mostly food. Ang daming food. And you know, what they're looking for, number one, is awareness. Trying to get them out in the noisy clutter of the internet world. So we were supposed to curate a page purely for them. For parang it's sort of a online marketplace where they can do buying and selling, but administered by the local government. Pero lo and behold, I found out there were already private initiatives like that. So we tapped into the administrators and we asked them, actually I just met them 2 days ago again, I asked them, what do you guys need to be able to help our MSMEs who's gone online? Especially the food vendors. Maraming food eh. These are people who used to have sari-sari stores, pumasok sila sa ganitong negosyo. What they're just saying is, Mayor, we need you to help us advertise. So we're signing a memorandum of agreement with them. We'll take care of the boosting of their social media pages. We'll do the banner placements for them. So that's something that I'm seeing that I think is happening everywhere. Ang maganda nito, number one, walang real estate cost kasi it's virtual.
Bahay lang.
Number two, ito, and I'm say this, we're not regulating them in Valenzuela City. So many people have asked me to come up with an ordinance that will regulate them. Let's say they pay a fee. I just don't believe in that. You know, maybe in the future when they're more established, but now I don't want to kill something that is just starting off and that's something that might be good. And now is not the time to regulate. You know, I understand if the national government, Congress wants to regulate the bigger ones like yung mga Amazon or Shopee or Lazada. But I'm talking about independent, small entrepreneurs. I just want to give them the break right now. So that's what we're doing. And I think a lot of national government noise also centers around online selling right now.
Yes.
Pero Mayor, eventually you'll have to regulate them kasi for example, you would have health concerns and
Yes.
health is of course one of the primary regulations of local government unit. That's why you have a
When I
health
say
department.
regulate, hindi the safety side, but rather the regulatory of coming up with business permits for them.
Yeah.
Remember, these in these establishments,
No
bago to, so
licenses.
walang license to.
Yeah.
Pero when it comes to safety protocols, we're working on that already, making sure nga na their kitchens are up to date and up to speed with
Kasi puro pagkain
accepted standards. Pero hindi lang yan. Meron ngang isang page that we're working on right now. It's called Valenzuela City Online. It's a Facebook account that has so many Valenzuela followers, but they're selling non-food items. Like I said, household cleaning chemicals that they are retailing, meaning they're parang resellers. Plants, apparently, they're into that right now kasi maraming naging plantito out there. So I learned those two bagong words na naman ang natutunan ko yan from younger people here. And then they're also into services. There seems to be a demand with reliable skills like plumbers, carpenters, people who will do home service for your electronics sa bahay. Kasi they're just people are scared to go out. Diba, if we have stay-at-home provisions, so talaga ngayon naghahanap sila. So we're working on those three things. A common page, online page that the city will help advertise but will let them curate it for food. Number 2, for non-food. And number 3, for services. Yung services is emerging. And maybe this is good for our coming home workers na may skills kasi we're talking about plumbing work at home, electrical work at home. These are manageable skills that TESDA can easily retool our people. It's just a matter of coming up with a reliable directory that you will be comfortable into going in. Para alam mo lahat ng nandun has been vetted out by the city already at hindi sila papapasukin mo sa bahay mo and then may mangyayari.